See what happens when I drive fast? Hi everyone and welcome to Auto Journey. Today we're going to be setting up my budget-focused sim racing rig. So what makes this a budget-oriented setup? First, we went with the affordable Logitech G920, which, by the way, we already made an unboxing and first impressions video for, so make sure to go check that video out. Next, we have a steering wheel stand that costs less than $100, and finally, we'll be using some things that we already had lying around the house to help lower the overall cost of the rig, such as my desk chair and stealing Devin's TV from his rig.
So, like Erica mentioned, we are going to be utilizing some things lying around the office, specifically her office chair. While we know it's not ideal to use an office chair, it's going to help us save some space in here so it doesn't get too crowded. So basically, when she's playing games on the computer, she has her chair, and when it's time to race, she just slides it over to the wheel stand. So we wanted to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like, so let's go ahead and get it set up.
Let's do it. Trust me with a knife, I'm not sure that's a good idea. No. Yeah, that's a safe toy. This is not a safe toy. All the pieces are individually bubble wrapped. It's gonna make for a fun unboxing. Leave it alone, pups. 4 wheels. Are we gonna put wheels on this? Oh no, these aren't wheels, these are flat feet. Ta-da! And the instructions. So supposedly the instructions on this are not very good. We read that in the reviews and I'm looking at it and they don't seem really that helpful. So we're gonna do things a little bit out of order compared to the instructions, and so we're gonna add the pedals onto the base first before starting anything else. So right now we're running into a little bit of a snafu because this base that we put it on with the pedals, and I wanted it as flat as possible, but we're realizing that because we had it flat, we have to attach something that goes underneath this panel, which caused us to have difficulties getting both the nut and the washer on the back of it. So we're having to loosen the bolts for the base, be able to lift it up or wiggle it up enough that we can get these on, because it almost fits, but we just need a little bit of wiggle room.
So I'm gonna lift there.
Okay, so
Now we need to reposition these.
I got confused on which bolts go where, so I accidentally put the M8x22 down here in the base, when in reality it needed the M8x36. So we went ahead and swapped those out because these little guys are going to be going up top to secure the steering wheel mount. So even though we don't have the optional shifter for this specific setup, we are still going to put on the shifter mount just to keep it as part of the actual rig itself. We wouldn't want to lose this and then decide later we want to add the optional shifter, so it's just better to keep it on there, that way when we're ready to upgrade, we can. So we're all done building the actual frame, so now we have to go ahead and attach our steering wheel to the steering wheel mount. So while assembling this, we ran into quite a few different snafus that I feel like probably could have been avoided if the instructions were a little bit better, but we were able to problem solve. There's a YouTube video that we used as well to kind of help us along. We also ran into a snafu with the actual Logitech steering wheel. Now that we figured it out, it's great, but we didn't realize there were actual built-in clamps underneath the steering wheel that are activated by these two little knobs right here. You might notice on my rig I don't have a designated Xbox for this. That's because my computer is going to be powering the rig. So my computer was another budget project that we decided to do. It was all $500 after everything was said and done, and that does include a used GPU. We decided that I wanted a desktop computer. I had a laptop all through college, and then I was like, you know what, I really want a desktop computer because I had just started getting into playing some video games with Devin, and I want something a little bit faster and something that I could have my own space, and hence the pink computer setup was born. I have a very extra personality, so my space has to be extra, hence the pink. But yeah, this has been a fun project that I'm excited that we're able to now take it to the next level by then adding a budget rig setup to it. So now it's not just for the normalized keyboard computer games. Now I'm going to be able to have a racing setup with it as well, which I'm excited about. I'm a very short human. I am like 4'11", so even driving my normal car, I'm quite close to the steering wheel because that's the only way I can drive. So if you see right here, my feet don't go to the pedals, so I do have to be like, which is how I sit a little bit further back than this, but this is based on to drive my normal car too. It's very close because my legs are very short. So, yay. I'm gonna have to go out of an airplane. And of course it's a Bronco. Drop it like it's hot.
Erica is getting some practice in already. So what do you think so far? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I think that it's really fun, and it's definitely, you know, the rig itself is definitely what we were expecting using a budget setup. It was definitely something that works for me and works for the room that we're in. Would definitely recommend to somebody that's trying to fit a lot in a smaller space. There are other options like Devin's play seat. I got him that quite a few years ago, and it has moved with us to 3 different houses now, and now it finally has its own designated area. I don't think I could ever use one of those because of how short I am. It makes it really difficult to use an actual play seat, so this is perfect for me. If you are somebody more on the shorter side, this kind of setup might be better for you, even though that one looks cooler, and I know it looks cooler, but this is fine for me. I get to keep my pink chair, I get to be next to my computer, you know, and I get to practice playing Forza because apparently I suck at Forza, so I gotta practice.
So we'll be playing Forza, we'll be playing some other more sim racing games, maybe Assetto Corsa, stuff like that. So I'm excited for Erica to have her set up now. And like she mentioned, I have my play seat behind me, and now that we've taken the TV off, I will need to throw a different TV up there. we went ahead and took that TV off because we're gonna get rid of that wooden stand that I made. It was actually a DIY stand because at our previous house, I didn't want to drill into the wall, so I made that. But we're gonna go ahead and kick that out to free up some more space in the room. And I'm actually gonna have a TV mounted to the wall, similar to Erica, except I'm gonna have my TV come out a little bit because I kind of like how with my TV stand, the TV was kind of closer to you and it was over your feet. Whereas here, she doesn't have that kind of luxury. But I will tell you one thing that this setup has that mine doesn't, or something that it doesn't have that mine does, is there's not a rod in the middle of your legs. So if you look at the play seat over here, you have this rod that runs through your legs and it feels really unnatural. So I know the play seat has this and a lot of other sim racing seats have it. So even though she only has a wheel stand and it's not a full cockpit, I'm actually kind of liking it. The only thing that I think we need to add is some locking casters to her office chair, because if she's pressing the brakes and the gas pretty hard, she is sliding a little bit. So we'll add that to Erica's setup. But other than that, look, she's already back onto it. She didn't even wait for the full closure.
No, I didn't. I was trying to not suck so much.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We really enjoyed this. We have some more work to do, but we'll save that for another day or another video. We will leave a link down below for the wheel stand as well as the Logitech G920 that Erica has. As we kind of said overall, the goal of these two videos, the wheel stand video and the Logitech video, was to kind of showcase what you can get if you're interested in getting in sim racing. I already have a Thrustmaster setup and a play seat, so we kind of wanted to see what the very entry-level kind of setup would be, and so far I'm pretty impressed. Would you say you are too?
I am pretty impressed, yeah. If you want to see us review this wheel before we even plugged it in, the unboxing, we will leave that link down below as well.
See you on the next one.
Bye.